Yeah. Thank you. You guys are great. What about Penal? He's awesome, right?
Yeah, great guy.
Funny guy.
Very funny.
Yeah. That's when all the 5 boroughs join together. It's like the Warriors. All right, my next guest up, he's the CEO of Local Talent Connect. He came all the way down from the other side of the world to come see us. Let's give a late night welcome for Todd Wharton. What's up, buddy? How you doing, all right? Thank you for coming. You still jet lag or what?
Long trip over. But how you doing?
Good, good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
Another native New Yorker.
Yes.
As you says here, you grew up in Howard Beach, Queens.
Originally, yeah, it was my childhood, but my family moved me out to East Meadow, Long Island. That's where I went to high school.
Tell me about Mom and Dad.
Mom's a sweetheart. She's the one that taught me all my morals. She's from Jersey originally. Family's from Italy. My father's from Brooklyn. And I got the best of both worlds, the Italian from my mother, the Jewish part from my dad. Put those two families together, you got a crowd. And it's just a lot of love and a lot of family growing up and a lot of backing for me, which was great.
That sounds good. Well, they did a good job with you. Every time I see you, very polite, very well-mannered.
Appreciate that. Went to schooling for that, got my degree in being happy, you know, treating people right, stuff like that. It was awesome.
You got to be born with that.
That's great.
Yeah, inborn.
Now listen, what is this Local Talent Connect that I've been seeing every day, 5 times a day, blasted all over the world? Tell everybody what you're doing, what's going on.
Local Talent Connect is it's basically the social network for the art and entertainment industry. There are definitely a lot of networks out there, but there's not a network that's actually geared towards a specific industry. And you're in it as well. The art and entertainment industry is one industry that brings the most positive aura to the world. And there's too many unknown and amazing artists out there that just get walked by every day and don't have those opportunities to live their dreams into a career.
For sure.
My friends, family, colleagues, just constantly losing their focus, and I call it the downfall of passion within a certain time. They lose that, you know, passion of becoming what they want to become because they're working 2 jobs. They're working in restaurants. They're every day trying to get by, paying bills, going out, and it gets to the point where that dream starts to fade.
Yeah.
And it becomes something they don't want to. And it's not because it's their fault. It's because they don't have the connects or the tools to network with the right people, or even be in an industry that are around the people that are just like them to keep them positive. And with Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, LinkedIn, there are a lot of great networks out there, but they're not really geared towards a certain subject. And I realized this is the one industry that this industry could have their own hub. They need their own hub. And I created it originally, launched it on Facebook, see how it went, because I interviewed at least over 200 artists and businesses and realized that they all have the same thing in common. They're trying to make it but don't have the means. So I created it on Facebook. I got a lot of love from all over the world. Originally it was called Local Talent New York City. But within 2 months I started hitting up from people from Australia, France, Nigeria, India. And I realized it wasn't just a New York City problem, it was a worldwide problem.
Wow.
So I taught myself how to code and worked the network that's launched now while I was doing Facebook, so 2 computers at once. And on New Year's Eve we launched it, and from there I just started getting a lot of love from all over the world. And I'm here today to talk about it with you, and I'm proud to be here.
Well, how did we meet? Don't you remember? Tell that funny story?
Oh, I met you originally on the phone.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, I had Uncle Nino.
Yeah.
Billy was there in the audience, my good friend Billy from Princess Bay, Billy Cummins. I usually have my friends over every now and then from the old school for a little dinner and some drinks. Had Nino come over, and you know Nino, he's a piece of work. And then he's eating, he's drinking, he's eating, and he goes, oh, I got this guy on the phone.
Exactly.
And then he put you on the phone, goes, talk to him, and I talked to you, and that's how me and you got connected.
That's right.
And that's it.
It's about networking, and that's what artists need to hear. It's not just about who you know anymore, it's about how many people you know.
I wouldn't have knew about you yet if it wasn't for him.
Yeah, and it's about, you have to realize being honest is one of the most important things you could do no matter what business that you're in. Because you have to represent yourself with the truth. Whether you're poor, whether you're rich, whether you're from a bad family, a good, no matter what. don't forget who you are and where you came from. So when you speak to people, the networking part is the biggest thing that most kids of these days don't understand, don't get. They rather lie about what they aren't instead of telling the truth about what they are. And the more people you know, you never know when that 5 minutes conversation can lead to something greater in life, whether it's now or 5 years from now. If we all can win today, we can all go out right now and buy the same lottery ticket and win and be happy for the rest of our lives.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about the internet now. When I was growing up in the music business trying to make it, that was my dream. We didn't have that internet.
Right.
We didn't have, everything was self-managed if you didn't have a manager. And it was tough.
Right.
And then, as you said, you got to work 2 jobs. The older you get, the more responsibilities you get. That's when everybody starts bailing out and backing up from their career or their talent.
Right.
Because life hits them, and what are you going to be in the street?
Right.
And that's what very few people, unless you come from a real good family that'll support you a little, by the time you're in your early 30s, those people usually just start working 9 to 5.
Of course, and you hit it on the nose, family and support. I always tell artists when I speak at seminars is that listen to the one person that's your worst critic, and that's yourself. If you're not 100% passionate about what you do, find something else to do. Because your parents and everybody are going to try to tell you things that you need to hear or want to hear. You got to listen to yourself in the end, because it's your life. You don't want to live somebody else's life, go down that path, and then realize one day you turn around like, this is not what I wanted to do. So if you want to be an actor, talk show host, co-host, CEO, cameraman, photographer, whatever, do it. But do it with passion, do it for the right reasons.
People don't realize if you try your best and you don't make it, at least it's out of your system. If you don't do it, then you're always going to regret it.
Right. You don't want to live life with regrets. I say life.
Regret's the worst.
I feel like you always have to go for whatever it is you want to do. And you have a great motto, by the way, which is really inspiring.
Nice.
It's a red carpet world, and you deserve to walk it.
Yeah.
I think that's really inspiring. How
Thank
did
you.
you even come up with that?
I've been to a lot of red carpet events, and just a lot of artists want to go to it. And those events, you need to kind of know people to go. And because a lot of my friends always wanted to walk the red carpet, and a lot of them are passionate, it just came together, I guess. Just one day, I just came up with it, and I passed it by my brother, who is a big person out in Cali with computers, and he's like, Todd, that's your motto. He's like, it's right to the point. It represents everything that you want to do in this industry. And yeah, I just tell people, if you are passionate about what you do and you feel you have it, you deserve to walk the red carpet. And I'm not talking the red carpet on going to the Oscars. I'm talking every day when you're strutting
It's
and
like
you're
a
enjoying the
confidence,
sunshine. It's a confidence thing. Knowing that what you're doing is right by you, and people will respect that because you're doing what you love, and that's what people relate to.
So your job, it takes a very special person with a personality, say like yourself, to deal with all the artists, because we're all whacked. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Musicians, singers, comedians, actors, musicians, and the ones that, and even myself, you get frustrated, and you got to hear a lot. You got to hear the drama, and who's cutting whose throat, and you got to kind of be like the priest.
Yeah.
Of everybody. And if you could do that, then God bless you. You will succeed.
Well, I'm trying to. You hit it on the nose with that. It's patience.
Yes. Now, what's in store for you for the future? Where do you plan to go with this?
The way it's heading right now, they're talking about how it's faster growing than Facebook was. Now, I'm
good.
not comparing myself to Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg created an amazing, amazing platform. All I'm trying to do is change the wheel on giving a social network to be titled towards a certain industry to help people. Because I want to hear a kid in a third world country who's got no money that was able to build a career out of being a poet because somebody saw his stuff on my network and they were able to connect.
Yeah.
That's a goal. The goal to wake up every day and live your dream on a career instead of waking up to a job. That's most people's goal in being a celebrity and being respected amongst your peers. The future of LTC, I would love to develop eventually an LTC scholarship program to help more kids go to schools that don't have money.
That'd be
A
cool.
better medical plan for entertainers instead of what we have now. I just developed something to help magazines get more exposure called the LTC Newsstand.
All right.
I have the LTC Internet Radio to help radio shows. Eventually, I'm going to start helping TV shows get to the next level.
All right, good.
Just every type of platform the industry needs to be in one hub so we can all celebrate each other as artists and human beings instead of knocking each other for what we do.
Exactly. More
great.
people help each other and just do what they do.
Yep.
Everyone will succeed more. Well, Todd, that's
Yes,
your
sir.
time. Give everybody again the website to it, your Facebook, so they could reach out to you.
Yeah, it's simple. It's localtalentconnect.com. They could reach me on Facebook /localtalentconnect. Twitter is localtalentcx because they wouldn't let me spell it any farther. And when people ask me what my passion is to the end, I just tell them my passion is to help others find theirs. And that's basically the heart of LTC.
That's great.
That's
well, listen, come
amazing.
back anytime.
Thanks, man.
Todd Wharton, everybody.
Definitely.
Todd Wharton. Nice guy, right?
Yeah, I think he's got a great thing going.
He's going to be selling LTC TV soon. This guy,
Yeah, no
right?
kidding.